Imagine your daily cup of tea, the one you rely on to start the morning or unwind in the evening, carrying hidden risks you never suspected. Independent lab testing and supply chain investigations have uncovered pesticide residues, including probable carcinogens, in many popular American tea brands. These issues show up in standard black teas, detox formulas, sleep aids, and even gentle chamomile options often given to children. One major recall quietly removed hundreds of thousands of bags from stores with little fanfare. 10 widely trusted brands come under the spotlight here. 5 better alternatives close out the review. The most eye-opening entry involves a name nearly every household recognizes. Let's break it down. Number 10, Bigelow Tea. Nobody has strong feelings about Bigelow. That's kind of the whole point. It's the classic American brand that shows up at a reliable price, does its job with blends like Constant Comment and Earl Grey, and disappears into the cabinet. No dramatic wellness story, no exotic origin tale, just dependable tea for most families. It's the blue box that's been in kitchens for generations. That absence of scrutiny is precisely what created the problem. Bigelow has deep American roots, founded in 1945. For decades, it represented straightforward quality. Independent testing has found multiple pesticide residues in Bigelow products. No comprehensive published third-party pesticide testing program above the regulatory minimum. No detailed farm-level sourcing information available to consumers who want to know exactly where that tea came from. But the pesticide story isn't even the full picture. The standard Bigelow paper tea bag also contains epichlorohydrin, a compound added to keep it from breaking down in hot water. The EPA classifies it as a probable human carcinogen. In hot water, it breaks down into compounds that have raised concerns in studies. It's not listed on the packaging. It's not legally required to be. So the compound holding the bag together is releasing into your cup at the same time as the tea. And nothing on that box tells you that. The brand nobody ever questioned is also the brand nobody ever held fully accountable. Unremarkable in this category is not a neutral position. Number 9, Republic of Tea. The elegant round tins, the sophisticated flavor names, and sip-by-sip philosophy. The price point that signals you've moved past basic grocery tea into something more considered. People buy Republic of Tea as gifts or for themselves when they want the purchase to feel intentional. The brand built a reputation around quality and mindfulness. Here's where the tin stops telling the whole story. Independent testing has found pesticide residues in Republic of Tea products that don't fully align with that premium narrative. The residues suggest commodity supply chains not screened at the level the packaging implies. The standard paper tea bag contains epichlorohydrin, the same probable carcinogen issues seen across the category, present here with the same absence of disclosure. That's not what most people think they're paying for. Premium tin, premium price, same underlying bag chemistry as more basic options. The packaging changed. What's inside the bag didn't always follow. Number 8, Louisiane. The Southern staple since the early 1900s. The brand that powers giant pitchers of sweet tea for family gatherings, barbecues, and everyday life across the American South. Founded with deep regional roots, the premise was practical, reliable tea that fits real American traditions. People chose Louisiane because it felt authentic to their way of life. It wasn't just branding, it was culture. Louisiane operates at significant scale with global sourcing. Independent testing has found pesticide residues in its products. The epichlorohydrin concern applies to the standard paper tea bag line. When a brand built on tradition gets scaled to meet massive demand, the residue findings reflect that reality. Even when the label doesn't update the story, the person who reached for Louisiane for generations because it was the dependable choice is now facing the same industry-wide chemistry issues. The heritage stayed on the label. The sourcing transparency beneath it shifted. Number 7, Pure Leaf. The modern packaging that feels cleaner and more premium. Real tea leaves visible, Simple, elegant branding that made it seem like a thoughtful step up from older mass-market options. The shopper reaching for Pure Leaf often feels like they're choosing something more elevated than the basic yellow box or generic alternatives. Corporate ownership ties it directly to large, multinational supply chains focused on volume. Independent pesticide testing has found residues in Pure Leaf products. The sophisticated look doesn't correspond to a more rigorous, published testing program or full sourcing disclosure. The price difference isn't always a true quality or safety gap. It's often branding and positioning on top of similar commodity realities. Same broader infrastructure challenges, different packaging. Number 6, Arizona tea, the tall cans and bold flavors that became a cultural fixture in convenience stores, schools, and daily routines for decades. Famous for value, the half and half, and extreme accessibility. It built its identity around being the affordable, refreshing choice everyone could grab. At that scale and price, it runs on commodity supply chains. Testing has shown multiple pesticide residues, including compounds of concern. The bag chemistry and bag formats follows the same epichlorohydrin pattern. The brand that made tea fun and cheap for millions hasn't prioritized the kind of independent verification or material upgrades that health-conscious consumers now expect. What feels like a simple choice carries the full weight of industry standards. Number 5, Honest Tea. The just a tad sweet positioning that felt like the conscious, less processed alternative. Founded with genuine integrity around better ingredients, it earned trust before larger corporate acquisition expanded its reach dramatically. The original story is real. The post-acquisition sourcing shifted toward volume demands. Independent testing has flagged residues in some lines. The bag concerns remain for standard formats. The feel-good origin narrative persists on the packaging, even as the operational reality evolved under new ownership. Many who switched to Honest Tea, thinking it was the clean choice, are still encountering similar category issues. Number 4, Tazo. The vibrant, story-driven packaging and flavors that made tea feel curated and special, especially through its Starbucks connection. It built an identity around elevation and creativity that stood out on the shelf. Acquired into large corporate structures with commodity tea operations, the premium positioning sits on top of scaled supply realities. Pesticide findings appear in testing. Bag chemistry mirrors the rest of the category. The thoughtful branding doesn't always match deeper verification. The price gap often reflects marketing more than superior sourcing or safety standards. Number 3, Yogi Tea. Every box makes specific health promises: detox, bedtime, immune support, stress relief. The Ayurvedic tradition on the packaging gives it authority. People aren't just buying a beverage, they're choosing a targeted wellness solution and trusting the contents deliver. In reality, testing and FDA reports, including the major recall of tens of thousands of boxes of immune support tea for pesticide residues above action levels, showed the gap. Probable carcinogens and other compounds appeared in wellness products. No big public announcement, the details came through regulatory channels. The detox tea the lab flagged with concerns undermines the core premise. You bought the health promise. The findings told another story. Number 2, Celestial Seasonings. The Sleepy Time Bear, the chamomile fields, the wholesome imagery on every box. Since 1969, it sold a belief system that this tea was categorically different, natural, and safe for the whole family. Parents brewing for children, seniors seeking calm, they trusted it deeply. Ownership at corporate scale turned organic certification into a checkbox. Lawsuits and independent testing revealed pesticide residues, including concerning compounds in sleep and immune blends. The mountain meadow illustration feels comforting. The lab results and public records show the full picture the packaging doesn't emphasize. The wellness philosophy stayed on the box. The verification didn't always match. Number 1, major store brands and generics, such as Walmart Great Value, Kroger house brands, and similar budget lines. No wellness philosophy, no origin story, just the default affordable option. The families buying these aren't making careless choices. The budget requires it. But they come with the same pesticide residues from commodity supply chains and epichlorohydrin in the bags as the more expensive brands. The probable carcinogen in the bag chemistry doesn't care what the box costs. That's the structural point this entire list has been building toward. Here are 5 brands that stand apart by addressing the key concerns head-on. They offer published testing where available, cleaner bag materials without epichlorohydrin, and sourcing details that line up with their claims. Ranked from a strong everyday pick to the top recommendation. Best option number 5, Choice Organics. USDA certified organic, non-GMO project verified, part of a company focused on ethical tea partnerships. Cleaner bag materials and reliable performance make it a strong, everyday option available at major retailers. The accessible, clean version of what many conventional brands were supposed to be. Best option number 4, Traditional Medicinals. Founded in Sebastopol, California in 1974, 50 years of operating as an independent company in the medicinal herb tea category, without a single corporate acquisition replacing the founding sourcing philosophy. Certified organic, non-GMO project verified, fair trade on applicable products. Tea bags contain no epichlorohydrin. Supplier relationships are documented and traceable. The detox and wellness teas here were not found to contain the same issues. The most accessible of the clean picks. Available at Target, Whole Foods, Kroger, and mainstream grocery retailers nationally. If you want the claim on the box to hold up under scrutiny, this is where it does. Best option number 3, Numi Organic Tea. Founded in Oakland in 2000 by a brother and sister team. Built around direct trade relationships and visibility from farm to cup. Certified organic, non-GMO project verified. Tea bags made without epichlorohydrin. Third-party pesticide testing results published. Whole leaf tea sourced through documented relationships. The founding story is still the operating reality. Available at Whole Foods, Target, and online nationally. Clean bag, clean sourcing. Best option number 2, Rishi Tea. Founded in Milwaukee in 1997. Direct trade relationships built personally by the founder with certified organic farms. The specific farms and growing regions are documented. Tea bags contain no epichlorohydrin. Third-party testing available. The premium price reflects real verification infrastructure. This is the premium some other brands charge without the documentation to justify it. Available at Whole Foods, specialty retailers, and online. Best option number 1, Puka Herbs. Founded in England but widely available across the US, Whole Foods, Sprouts, Amazon, etc. Ayurvedic practitioner founded with a commitment to traceable, farm-level sourcing for every blend. Certified organic, fair trade. Tea bags are plastic-free and contain no epichlorohydrin. Not as a later fix, but by original design using better materials. Third-party pesticide testing is published and accessible. Sourcing is documented at the farm level. It delivers the wellness claims, detox, sleep, etc., with the verification that closes the gap between box promises and what's actually inside. The standout choice that proves safe, high-integrity tea is achievable at reasonable prices. This review highlights important differences across the tea aisle. Go through your pantry and examine the boxes more closely. Look up each brand alongside recent testing information. Tea should bring comfort and routine without unnecessary worries. Making informed swaps can give you peace of mind with every sip. Pass this along to others who might benefit from the details. Better choices start with awareness.